stick together better. You know, we have some stupid people. You know, we have some stupid people. Some of them are gone. Flake, Corker, they're gone. But now we have this guy Sasse, you know, wants to make a statement. Little Ben Sasse. The Republicans have to stick together better. You don't see that. One thing I respect about the Democrats, they stick together. You know what? They have lousy policy. They want open borders. They want sanctuary cities. They want a lot. They want to raise your tax. They want to quadruple your taxes. But the one thing is, they stick together. The Republicans have to learn. They got to stick together. I don't know. And by the way, it's been that way for decades. I don't know what the hell is in the blood. Could you explain that to me, please, Michael? Huh? What the hell is going on? It's been that way for many decades. I don't know. There's always a few. They want to make a statement. It's just a bunch of wimps. Very interesting. No, I love them. They've been great. Hey, look, on the impeachment hoax, I couldn't do better. The 197-0 in the House, Republicans, and we even had the Democrat or two come and join us, right? That was an impeachment over a telephone call that was perfect. Other than that, think of that. But 197-0, and with the Senate, 52.5 to a half. Who was the half? I can't think of it. Oh, Biden couldn't think. He couldn't remember the name, right? He couldn't remember the name. Look, you know the guy from, I think he was the governor, I'm not sure. Or now what? Is he a senator now? Yeah. What's his name? Mitt Romney. That's right. Oh, that's. He didn't remember, which I thought was insulting to Mitt Romney. I wouldn't insult Mitt Romney that way. Okay. But Biden couldn't remember his name. You know, they've only known each other for about 35 years. Now, Biden is gone. Let's not kid ourselves. We want to be nice. Biden is gonzo. Can you imagine having Kamala? Most liberal member of Congress. The most liberal member of Congress. And I think that whole thing, that's why Nancy Pelosi is talking about the 25th Amendment. That's the real reason. They want to get him the hell out. The Bidens make crooked Hillary Clinton look like an absolute amateur. It's true. And she's pretty bad. And I do want to hear from law enforcement, why aren't they looking at, maybe they are, and I hope they are. You know, I try and stay out of it because I'm trying very hard to be so right down the middle. But why aren't they looking at the fact that she got a subpoena from the United States Congress for 33,000 emails, and she deleted every single one of them and then acid washed them. And then she pounded her telephones with a hammer. I've gotten rid of cell phones and I throw them away, you know. Now I throw them into the Secret Service, okay, I give them back. But before this, I throw them away, I get a new one, right? She pounded the crap out of them with a hammer. How many people have gotten rid of your cell phones and pounded them to death with a hammer? So I just want to know, why aren't they looking at that? Why aren't they looking at that? Why aren't they looking at Ilhan Omar? But the biggest of them all is Joe. He's corrupt. And they found the laptop. You know what they call that? The laptop from hell. That is a laptop. Joe Biden and the socialists will kill your jobs, dismantle your police departments, dissolve your borders, confiscate your guns, and impose a $4 trillion tax hike on your companies and yourselves. $4 trillion. You know what $4 trillion is? That's the largest tax hike in the history. And you know what they're going to do with it? They're going to spend it on the Green New Deal. Conceived by the brilliant AOC +3, a poor student with absolutely no environmental experience, right? They want to attack religious liberty, drive God from the public square, and destroy your suburbs. I say that to the women because I keep hearing, they said, the women from the suburbs. No, I think the women from the suburbs are looking for a couple of things. One of them is safety, one of them is good, strong security, and one of them is they don't want to have low-income housing built next to their house. And you know who makes up 30% of your suburbs? minorities, African Americans, right? Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, minorities, okay? People think, is it racist? It's not racist, it's the opposite. I've had them come to me, people come to me and say, thank you so much. But they keep talking about the women from the suburbs. I say, I think we're going to have a big resounding, what the hell happened with women to the suburbs? They really like Trump a lot. No. Only vote for me if you're a woman from the suburbs. And, I shouldn't say this because they'll bring it up, but one time, early on, I haven't been doing this that long, right? I haven't been doing it. I have guys that have been running, sir, I've been running for 40 years. I said, well, I've only run for 2 years, but I became president. You didn't. But it's sort of interesting because I really think that women from the suburbs are going to like Trump because I think it's going to be one of the big, because that's it. It is about safety. It is about safety. And when you see what happens in our cities where they run and ransack and they're anarchists. And you know what? They say the suburbs are next. They actually say the suburbs are next. And just so you know, so important, these are Democrat-run states and cities. Republicans are doing great. And we're not going to let this happen. And we'll stop it. We want a resounding victory. We're going to stop it. But the suburbs are next. But I did say, early on, I said housewives from the suburbs. They went after me when I said that. Let me ask you, the women from the suburbs, do you mind when we say housewives from the suburbs? No? They're all saying no. But I'll do it politically correct anyway. If you don't, I'll say women. But I said housewives from the suburbs. They went crazy. Donald Trump. He wasn't politically correct, they said, Michael. Biden supports cutting police funding. If you look at ABC, how about Stephanopoulos the other day? He interviewed me 2 weeks ago. He gave me a tough interview, but I didn't consider it unfair, although it turned out the audience was stacked against me, There were some Trump people and some Biden people and some, well, no, it didn't work out that way, did it? And actually, they were very nice, right? The one woman said how handsome I was. The one woman, no, it's true. I'd rather have that than have her say, you're a wonderful politician. No, with that, I'd rather have her say, what's better than that, right, Michael? You're so handsome. You have such a great smile. But see, here's what happened with her. She was so nice, but she was supposed to be like, I think, a former Hillary supporter. But the way she said it to me, it was so nice. And then, after the show, and she said it, right? Did anyone see that? It was so lovely. And then after the show, she went rogue. I wouldn't vote for him. In other words, they said, wait a minute, this isn't the deal here. What are you doing? I'm sure that the Democrats, together with their partner, ABC Television Network, said, what the hell happened with her? That's a terrible thing that she did. So I'm sure they hit her very hard, and she got back in line, okay? But I think hopefully her first statement was the statement she believed. He's a handsome man. See now, the fake news will say, President Trump went on a rant talking about how handsome he is. They don't understand. He went on a rant. It was a terrible thing. We don't think he's handsome. Actually, they think I must be the most unattractive human being they've ever seen. Except what they don't realize is without me, they will have ratings that will nosedive. They'll go out of business, every one of them. Right? I'm making this speech a little bit longer, then I'm looking at this crazy Nevada sun, and I'm sitting here with his white skin. But who the hell cares if I get a little sunburn, right? They don't want to write about or report on the scandal because they want Biden to win. I've always said, in the end, they're going to all endorse me. Because if Biden wins, they're out of business. This is the most boring human being I've ever seen. But they want Biden to win so they can take over our country. Because they will take it over between big tech, Section 230, by the way. All right, go ahead. No. No, it'll be one of the great disasters. I'm telling you, depression. Just remember the word, and you know it. And California, are you from California? You do. You do. You do. Come on, Gabe. Let's go, Gabe. Come on, Gabe. You know, I just left. I'll tell you what. So I just left California. And I was in a place that was sort of Republican. But I was with a wonderful reporter. I just spoke to him from the Washington Times, which is a really good newspaper, by the way. And he reported very strongly. The crowds were unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I don't know why we wouldn't win California. We're playing it a little bit. In theory, you're not supposed to be able. But they have everything against them. High crime, homeless. They don't take care of their homeless. I tell Nancy Pelosi, come back to San Francisco and take care of your homeless, Nancy.